Yep. Yeah, right now I'm in drawdown. I took a sell here, closed that out in profit here. I took a sell here, got stopped out break even, and then I took another sell once we, I reattempted another sell once we started flipping bearish again over here. We're about to have a 15-minute closure. Our 15 minutes are respecting the inside of this range here, unless it flips on the last 10 seconds. So I'm expecting a top wick and a dump straight down. We get that top wick, did we? It did. Let's fill the range down. Retest the lows. How you guys doing? How's your guys' night? problem, brother. I appreciate you for showing up. Closing out break even. I don't like this trade anymore. I don't like how we're consolidating here. Yeah, the only way that I would get another sell is on the rebreak of the daily low. What are you doing, gold? You know what? Let's wait for the hourly. Let's look at the weekly. Let's look at all of the time frames, right? Our weekly still doesn't have a bottom wick. We're due for a pullback. Our daily already pulled back and came back for that weekly. We talked about that. Our daily came back up and closed above the most recent range. Retesting, closing above with no top wick though, where the previous daily high is, right? So if we wick up and so this is basically the money printer starting to form here on the 4-hour and the daily. That's why I wanted to take a sell here, and that's why I'm still looking to take a sell here. It's looking like it might run right before the hourly. let's confirm. If it is gonna break through, re-break the lows, we're likely gonna come back, retest the opening, and then re-break, and then we can take the top wick entry there. Our entry would have been fine. I closed out break even because it wasn't pushing when I needed it to, and it was getting too close to the hourly bottom wick. So in order for this hourly to really give us range to push, this hourly needs to pull back, give us a bottom wick, then a top wick, and then a push down, which means we would have been in drawdown for the pullback, the top wick, and the push down. If it's starting to push down now towards the end of the hourly, the beginning of the hourly keeps pushing down, we might have missed those sells, but those sells are probably setting up for buys. So yeah, I already caught 40 pips earlier today here, and then 2 break evens. I am down 250 pips for the week though. 200 after I made these 40 pips. Drop a like, chat, while you're here. Drop a like. That's what's very important to me. The like-a-rooskies. Yeah, I was up 125 pips, and then I had 2 consecutive losing days today and yesterday's New York session, which caused me to be now down 250 pips total. Yeah, gold messed with me today. I took a short here. We rejected. I took a... all within 30 minutes, right? I took a short here. We rejected and took out my stop loss. When we came back down here or something like this, I took a buy here. Or I took a sell, another sell here. And draw down till here. Pineapple here. I got stopped out on sells twice here. I was selling too many times. I think I sold here, and once it stopped me out on this second closure bearish, I took another sell here, and then it just wicked back up again. One second, chat. My cousin's coming over. I'm gonna make sure I left my door open. What up, Terpy? What up, Jay? Oh, Mr. Eddie, I thought you were off tonight. I was, but then I got home, dog. I made it. I I had to help an old lady out, a senior citizen. I did my good deed for the day. I thought it was gonna take me longer than expected. Yeah, sometimes being in this business is tough. Like, people can't afford certain things, and it's hot as fuck in Florida. You can't live without air conditioner. So I had to finagle a little something and get her the job done for like a quarter of the price. Don't tell me you're gonna drive now after I decided to close break even. Yeah, brothers. So she lives on off Social Security. Her kids live with her, and between the three of them, nobody had 700 bucks. So I had to do like a finagle repair, jerry rig it for the cheapest that I could do it for was 170, and I gets them cooling. And I told them in 2 months, this thing is most likely gonna stop working, so you have to save up and call us to do the correct repair. Okay, so we're closing nice here. Holy shit! Holy shit! Good thing we fucking closed. That calls for a spark. For me to be interested in buys, this needs to come back down and kind of try to give us a bottom wick for this hourly, or at least try. If it doesn't, I can't do anything about that. Do we have news now, bro? Did Trump say something? What did Trump say? What did Trump say? Let's just ask ChatGPT. What did Trump say just now at 8 p.m.? As of 8 p.m. February 13th, President Donald Trump addresses the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. He emphasized that Ukraine would be included in any forthcoming negotiation with Russia. Ukraine will have a seat at the table at the end of Russia. So did he just say something about the war in Ukraine? If this 1 minute did this, and then this, I would have taken a buy stop. Taken a buy stop. Gold is a safe haven. I would think ending the war in Ukraine would cause gold to go down, because every time that war was mentioned, gold kept plummeting up. Ooh, shit. Why does it do that, bro? I can't stand the brush. I need to delete that brush from existence. Is this the liquidity we need to drive down now? What's up, Santos? My dog. I'm a big dog, big bear. I'm a lion. I'm the predator. I thought you said no stream today, Eddie. know what I said, bro, but what, you know what happened? I fucking made it. Where's Bougie? I didn't even see his name. Oh, there you are, there you are, there you are. What are we doing, Gold? Are you just stopping people out? Imagine if I would have stayed in that trade. This would have been the pineapple, though. Stops would have been at the high of day. I would have been shitting bricks, though. If we get a bullish push off of this, we can start looking for some sort of entry. Let's see what we can get. Because then that would be using this resistance as support, creating that higher low, respecting the daily low. For a continuation to the upside to create new all-time highs. But it can't do it now in 3 candles. It's got to give us some structure, right? It can't just do it in a couple candles. But if we do start coming down to re-break the lows, re-flip on that hourly, we can have a sell stop on that hourly flip. Depending on how we come down. If we start coming down with structure, I'm looking for a sell stop on that hourly bottom, on the break of the hourly low. If we start coming down with no structure, just a candle plummeting down, I'm not looking for any kind of entry there at the low. Depends how we come down. It's got to come down with structure. Like right now, we're starting to flip bullish. We're starting to retest this new high that we formed. If we flip bearish now and then break the lows, that's forming structure. Higher low, I mean lower low, lower high. So we should be good for that hourly flip. But we got to be very careful. There's 2 different kinds of entries we can take here. All in the same exact spot. Depending on what the candles do is the decision that I'm going to make. I am bullish. Our daily doesn't have a decent bottom wick though, but we've already created a bottom wick, tried to break it, failed, tried to break it, failed, tried to break it, and extremely bounced off of it. If we reattempt it one more time after grabbing all these orders, the higher probability is that we continue to come down. But if this shit keeps fucking shooting up, man, I'm not sure how we can get in that, because look, we just respected this resistance here, all of these resistances here. Even if we would have gotten a bottom wick here, we would have need to formed more structure here on the 5-minute to be able to take an entry up. It's still respecting, which is sketchy as fuck. That right there was just a big bank saying, all right, Trump, you're going to play games. I'm going to dump all my money right now, and we'll wake up tomorrow to a 10x account. It's not enough. We already hit this resistance here. It's moving too fast. What's it doing? We already broke previous daily highs. We broke current daily highs already on futures. That's where my stop loss was. If these sells didn't play out, and that would have been a good stop loss if I didn't close them out here when I took the short here, here, and here. What up, Alfredo? Hurry the fuck up and get your ass over here. This is just disgusting. I can't take anything. I could be taking these trades on futures, but they don't look good on XAU. Holy fuck, look at that. Thank you, Papa Trump. This was a good setup here. Yeah, there's no way I can take entries here. Hey, Joker, how are you, brother? Get a pullback. Yeah, there was nothing. The only thing that I could have taken was the rebreak of the daily high after we formed support here and then kept coming up bullish, right? Do you see how here we drove up with no pullback and we rejected the daily high, but here we drove up and then we created this and then kept pushing up. We need a big pullback. What's this wick fill? 10 pips. Not interested. That previous 5 looks terrible. Yeah. This looks disgusting. If we were to have gotten a top wick first to this area and then a flip bearish, I could have attempted some sells. If we start to dump here, which I do believe we will, this is our hourly resistance or our 15-minute resistance. No, it's not. There's just no other resistance till 93 or 39, which is 70 pips away. Just nothing. Everything else on the 5 is just pure clean traffic all the way up to all-time highs. So let's see what it do here, man. Yeah. Yeah. And what do we know about those candles? They usually end up getting filled off a rejection. No bottom wick here on this hourly. When was the last time we drove like that without a bottom wick? We even came down and grabbed one here. Never. We never came down. The thing is that I just can't take a sell off of here because I just made that level up. Oh, actually, that is the hourly level here. It didn't even tap the hourly level. Yeah, my hourly resistance is all the way down there. My 30 resistance is all the way up here. Those are all my pineapple positions if I would have been in drawdown. Yeah, all I can say is that I made it today, but I'm fucking exhausted. So, now it's time for gold. It's a massive push on the 1 hour with no bottom wick. Yes. Yes. So we got to be very careful with what we do here. How many pips? Still all-time high here. 20 pips. I'm going to take a sell right here. This is a little bit of a risky trade, but I'm expecting a steep pullback, especially with this 1 hour no bottom wick. The way that we broke here, I think that we have a decent chance to get a good dump here. If the hourly, if we do start to re-break the highs and start to hit that hourly resistance, I'm just gonna be forced to close. I don't want to hold for another re-break of the daily high. $15 seconds for this 15-minute to close. This 15 look like it's going to be closing above the most recent. If we can get a dump here on this 15, and well, we didn't. Top wick first is good. No bottom wick on this here either, and we kind of closed back into this range. Volume just comes in like crazy. That's awesome. That's beautiful volume. See if we can get that dump. But yeah, after that re-break of the high, I'm not gonna really be looking for more, for holding more. It's just an attempt at the rejection off these highs, especially after we got close to that hourly range. Hourly no bottom wick. Bunch of no bottom wick candles. That's wild. I wonder what Trump said. I haven't seen any news pop up on my phone. That's so disgustingly ugly. That's so ugly. These drives are so ugly. They're just literally driving into oblivion with no structure. My stop loss is once we re-break the daily highs, I will manually close. It depends. If we re-break the daily high and then we wick down really, really fast, I will have a stop loss at the re-break of the daily high. But if like because the stops are only like 20 pips, so I'm willing to take like a pop up and then see what happens for like 30 seconds, a minute. I'm not willing to hold much longer than like 20-30 pips, because with the 15 no bottom wick, the hourly no bottom wick, we created a resistance here on the 5-minute. We just came up and wicked it before creating a bottom wick here. I don't think we should see too much of a push up before this thing plummets down to at least come down and create a bottom wick for this. It can. It's not to say that it won't, but there is a decent probability that this comes down to re-break these lows and come down to at least retest the hourly low. I could always be wrong though. Don't take my analysis for gold, right? Take what I'm saying and say, I don't agree with you. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? I don't see it that way. I think I'm gonna have to disagree, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, exactly. You've seen too much fuckery at all-time highs, so you're chilling. And I've also seen a lot of fuckery at all-time highs, and I have a little bit of cushion that I built up today that I'm willing to take a little bit of a loss, stay at break even for the night, or even minus 10, 15 pips for a decent attempt at a dump here. It doesn't have to. It's just an idea that has, I would say, maybe like a 65-35% chance of working out because of the bullish range for the day. So are you willing to take a 65% position and risk a little bit of profit in order to catch the trade? So that's all depending on what you're willing to risk. Let's say you take those 60% trades and you do lose like 4, 5, 6, 7 times. You have to ensure that when you do catch them, you make sure that the winners make up for it. And if the winners aren't making up for it and you see, every time that I try to short all-time highs, I quite never get that big pullback. But, or on the other hand, oh, I quite do get the pullback a lot of the time. So it is worth it for me to keep attempting it. You know, sometimes, you know, like for example, I don't know if he wants me to say it, but someone in the Discord was up like 70 pips on sells, and then Trump said one thing, and it destroyed his runner. Papa Trump. His words are magic. My phone's about to die. We're creating a higher low here, so this looks like it's probably gonna come up a little bit. The market structure is looking gay. We just had another 5-minute closure. Another 5-minute, no bottom wick, no bottom wick, no bottom wick. So we're just not gonna get a pullback tonight, bro? I guess we're not gonna get a pullback. Yeah. I could for sure not have taken buys there with the hourly no bottom wick, the 15 no bottom wick, nothing's got a bottom wick. Alright, if we re-break these highs, I'm market structure saying it will. Market estructura is saying that it's gonna get a dump. I mean a pump, sorry. No pineapple for a sell. I could have before that 1 minute pulled down. That might not have been a bad idea. But no, I don't think so. It's just not giving me any kind of, because if it does dump now and come back to our entry, then you're getting that bottom wick on the 15, you're getting the bottom wick on all the other time frames starting to form, so it'll most likely continue coming down. How many pips to my stop loss here? 8 pips to my stop loss. Yeah, I'll listen to you. I'll let chat manipulate me into taking another position. I'll let chat manipulate me. What am I risking, like 4 pips? Hey, options, you're wild. You're gonna need to catch a shit ton of pips for that ring, my brother. You better be taking the opposite of my position today. 30 needs a bottom wick, 50 needs a bottom wick, hourly needs a bottom wick, everything needs a bottom wick, but it's not coming down. So if it doesn't come down, it don't come down. If it do come down, then we be in profit, my boy. What up, Lost? How are you, brother? It's times like this where it's easy to jump in and get the bag, except for me. I'm in drawdown, about to lose a little small bag. Yeah, look at that flip bullish after creating that perfect market structure to the downside. This is going to re-break the high and just continue flying, my friend. And I'm not going to be part of that till all-time highs. I don't think I can take any buys until all-time highs. For buys need to start to come off some stronger levels. Look at that. Look at that. Look at us get stopped out here. Let's watch it in 4K. Am I streaming in 4K? No, I don't have a 4K setup. Yeah, bro. There's no way this is coming down. This is 100%, or like I would say 95% hitting stops. How many positions do you guys take per session? I find myself taking 1 or 2 trades a day, even though I see my setup happen time and time again. I continue to take my setup until it stops happening. Though I've been reading books lately, and it's talking about how, oh, do you find yourself taking a loss and then saying, all right, I'm done for the day, and then you have some good winning streaks, but then when you take your loss, you say, oh, I'm done for the day, and you don't realize that done for the day, you just missed out on so much price action that could have made back half your loss, a quarter of your loss, a third of your loss. And every day that you say, all right, I'm gonna cut it early, how many setups are you missing because you're cutting your day off early? So then when you do take a loss, you don't have as much cushion as you think. So what's the best thing to do? The best thing to do is to continue taking your setups until the market it stops presenting you the setup. Correct? That's the best thing to do. You continue trading until the market stops giving you your setup. When the market stops giving you your setup, you stop taking trades. But if you continuously see your setup form, this is called, they call it the infinite money glitch for a reason, right? Because if your setup is continuously happening, then you have to be continuously taking your setup to continuously be taking advantage of your edge. Your edge might not last forever. You know what I mean? Your edge might, but you know what I'm saying? So you want to have as much cushion as possible. As much cushion as possible when you're taking these trades, right? So you want to take all of your setups every time they happen continuously. Beautiful. I closed 2 positions at 5 pips, so that's 10 pips technically. You saw how close we were to getting stopped out? That's why I don't use a stop loss. That's why I don't use a physical stop loss. I wait for price to react to levels. So today was a perfect example of why I retardedly, damn, I'm about to get banned. I stupidly set a stop loss on my buys when price wicked it and kept driving. when I know it's in my rules to not do that. I'll give you a good example. These were my buys earlier today. Today is the 13th. So I had a buy here. I had another buy here. And then my stop loss was, actually this was my stop loss. So price passed my stop loss, or no, my stop loss was here. My mental stop loss was here. What did price do? Price flew past my stop loss, and as soon as I saw it pass it, I immediately spammed the close button and I closed all of my trades here at a loss. But what happened? Price instantly pulled back, never came back down to this area. So what would have been the better thing to do? Wait and see. If price kept plummeting down and just kept plummeting down, I would have taken my loss, cut it. But since price immediately within the minute pulled back, all right, cool, now this is my new stop loss. Price never came back to it. I would have had 3 positions all in profit, but they were all negative. So we closed respecting here on the 5, but we still don't have those hourly wicks. We don't have anything on the hourly. We don't have nothing on the 30. I mean, this 30 just closed without a top wick. I would need a steeper top wick on that 30 to take a sell. And this 5 would have had to close below. If this 5 would have closed below, a small top wick would have been fine, but this 5 closed respecting. So a sell here is a little sketchy. But even then, you see, bam, 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 and we out. I'm not going against ages. Perhaps it's something I gravitate towards later in my career. Yeah, loss. So the more and more you trade, the more you're gonna see how accurate your entries are and where you're catching these entries, right? So if this trade right now drives down 100 pips from my entry, what kind of information does that give me? That tells me that A, you chose a trade that ran for 100 pips and you closed for 10. Maybe instead of going break even sooner, you can hold these trades for longer because it ran for 100. Maybe you can keep an eye out on market structure, and as long as price is continuously printing proper market structure in your direction, you can continue holding the trade until market structure starts to shift the opposite way. Not a quick 1 minute pullback, market structure shift, right? So the more and more and more that I catch these sniper entries, you're gonna start seeing more and more times where you're like, oh fuck, all of my entries today ran for 100 pips. Why did I close at 10? And then you're like, oh, in order to hold for a good amount of those 100 pips, I don't have to scalp, I have to intraday trade, where I take my position now, and within 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm looking and prices up 20, 30, 40, 50 pips. I go put my stops to break even, and within a couple of hours, I hit my take profit of like 50 pips or something like that. And you'll gradually move towards that. Like market mechanic is catching on a good day where the market's moving like 200 or 300 pips. In a week, like I think in the month of February, he was up like several thousand pips in the first couple weeks. Yo, several thousand pips. He had a short from all-time high running at like 200 pips, hedged off a buy. Damn, this is looking clean on the 5, on the 15. The entry would have. I'm talking shit. I need to be paying attention. I could have been taking some buys here. The 30 gave us everything we needed. I'm gonna have a buy stop on the. Oh, damn. This is for contract. If this 30 starts to re-break the high. How many pips to the high here? 9 pips? No, I'm gonna wait for a re-break of the daily high. This looks like a good wick fill, but there's only 9 pips for the wick fill. If we do reject the daily high and create this as the new high, we're not gonna fill the full wick. And since we only have 10 pips for that wick fill, I'm not interested. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna roll up a joint and see what the beat is. Huh? Yeah. Damn, 27 of you guys watching me, bro. That's fucking dope. In the beginning of the year, there was like 8. Buys would not have been bad there. Buys still look pretty good. But I'm gonna wait for the re-break of the high for confirmation.
As soon as I got on that you started, like 2 minutes in, you were at 24. Yeah.
Like the stream, guys. I appreciate you. I just want you guys to see how I manage risk, right? And how sometimes my positions aren't the best, but because of the fact that I understood that it was a 60-40 trade, I understood I had to manage risk. And I managed risk properly. I managed risk the devious way. I managed risk correctly. You manage risk based off your stop loss, your entries. You base off your base it off of market structure, etc., etc. The way Wick says that he doesn't have a stop loss, he waits from market structure to break to fully confirm that his trade is wrong. Trump said we would not protect Canada with military aid until we become the 51st state. Listen, bro. You will literally have cheaper taxes, a more valuable Canadian dollar, better infrastructure laws when it comes to real estate and mortgages and being able to finance money. You won't have those gay 5-year terms where they give you 3% now and then charge you 80% later. So you're really only renting your house for 5 years before they outprice you. So y'all it's not the people. The people want it. It's the government that just needs to give in, bro. Just give in. That's what India needs to do. That's what all these other countries need to do to the US. We've been playing bitch boy too long. It's over. Give in. Let us rebuild our economy for the next 5 years. And if you want to go back to your gay laws after Trump is gone, cool. But at least we rebuilt the economy and built some American businesses and American infrastructure. When China was building one of the world's largest car manufacturing facilities that would have taken out almost an entire state's car manufacturing business. An entire state worth of business would have left the US in car manufacturing. And the second China heard that Trump was coming into office, what did China do? They literally stopped building it. The foundation is still there to this day. You go look and you're going to go see the foundation. Yeah, I'm looking for buys. If we start to come up and re-break that 30 high, I will continue to look for buys. I like that. I'm having a buy stop there. Yeah, it's a pride thing, bro, right? It's a pride thing. You guys are your own country, you're your own people. You don't want to be part of anybody. You want to feel, independent. You want to say, "Oh, I'm Canadian. We do this. We have this. We have that. We help this country. We do this." But when your government is going bankrupt and your country is not functioning financially because of the government, it's tough to not give in. It's like moving back in with your parents. Like if you're doing bad and you're like, "Oh fuck, I don't want to move back in with my parents," you're like, "Bro, You're about to be homeless if you don't move back in with your parents. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this to actually break. I know we have an hourly resistance up here, so I'm just gonna wait. The buys are interesante. It should have flipped by now. It shouldn't be creating structure here. The 5 shouldn't have closed like this. It shouldn't be coming back down to retest the lows. We should be flipping and driving. We shouldn't be consolidating here. Yeah, that's the thing that it's culture, bro. You guys are nice. Canadians are much nicer than Americans. Americans get shit on too much by other countries, so we're automatically mean to everybody because we instantly know you're judging us. When I go to other countries, if I don't start to speak in Spanish, the motherfuckers will literally treat me like shit. I've been to a lot of countries, and if I don't start to speak in Spanish, or tell them that I'm Cuban or Caribbean, they start to talk a lot of shit. Like, I had a guy who was like, but you make $25 an hour over there. When I went on vacation last year, like, you make $25 an hour over there. You work 40 hours a week. That's $1,100. That's this and that. You know, you pay your $1,000 for rent. You pay, you know, you have like a $3,000 left over, bro. How can you not live a good ass life like that? I'm like, bro, that's not how you think, dog. I'm from the US. That's why I'm trading futures and not trading Forex. Like, it's not what you think, bro. The second I told him, like, look, listen, bro, I immigrated from Cuba with my parents when I was younger. It's a struggle for us the same way it's a struggle for you here, bro. And then I was telling him how expensive things are, and he's like, but I only pay $800 a month for a 4-bedroom apartment right down the street. I'm like, yeah, bro, you're in Mexico, dog. I would love to live in Mexico. Mexico City. No, that was back then. Right now, a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,750 USD. $1,950 for one in a really good area. Look at those beautiful cells still playing out. Will you see that? How the data that I'm getting now, that my entry is still never came back to my second entry all the way at the top there. I could have closed one entry at break even, left the other entry running, and we would have been running one entry break even, and we would have been running one entry about 36 pips in profit. So this is the data that you collect, and you have to pay attention to that data and mark it down, because if you're just continuing to take your setups and catching your 10 pips and not realizing that you could be catching 20, 30, 40, 50 pips by just waiting 5 more seconds, we're gonna come back down to make that hourly wick. Let's see. Let's not get faked out here, gang. So we almost got faked out on the buys. Those buy stops, any kind of little volume wick up would have wicked us into the buys, and then it would have plummeted down. That's why buy stops are important, and market executions. Yeah, I'm always looking for 30 to 50 pips. Yeah, exactly. Because if you know that your trade setups are always giving you 30 to 50 pips, so you're going to only take 30 to 50 pip trades. And then what does that naturally make you? It naturally makes you into a swing trader when price is moving slow. I mean, for price to drive 50 pips, it takes like an hour. Maybe 30 minutes if it's fast enough. If there's enough volume, but hey, what up, darling? How are you, bro? You're a savage, Turpy. Yeah, I've been grinding these PAs for a couple months now. From negative to back in positive to back just a little bit under negative. It's not gonna give us a top wick, bro. You know how I know? Because the gold is being that bitch today. Gold is gonna be that little bitch. It did give it to us on futures. Yeah, I'm paying attention to both. Just because on futures they gave me that top wick doesn't mean I'm gonna take it, because on XAU we didn't get that top wick. So I'm mimicking the volume on both. So if you notice, pay attention to how I'm trading. I'm trading both of them. I'm trading the volume push on both of them, because if you see how we're re-breaking daily highs on XAU, but it's not really giving us that. I mean on GC, but it's not giving us that push that the daily high should be giving you. That's because we're not breaking XAU's daily high. So I can't be taking re-breaks of the daily high there when this isn't at the daily high, because that's not gonna. It's the push isn't gonna be the same. See, the ideal entry now would be if price comes up, taps this resistance, and then comes back down to re-break that low on the 15. That would be the proper, perfect, beautiful entry. But we are bullish. We did consolidate at the daily lows after attempting to re-break the daily lows. We attempted to come down for an hourly bottom wick. We didn't quite make it there, but if we do start flipping bullish here, we don't need that hourly bottom wick anymore. We already tried to kind of come down for it, and we're pretty close. So, what did we say earlier too? What are the chances of price not coming down for that bottom wick? Almost zero. So, we took some decent sells. I'm going to be waiting for the next 5 minutes to see what we do. If we start to respect this resistance over here to our left on the 5 minute, and then start to close below it, then we can start to look for some entries down. But it doesn't look like it, right? It looks like this is going to be the lower high, the lower higher low before a continuation to the upside. And I wasn't going to fucking stream today, and we just caught 10 pips and a break even. You're a savage. Bro, look at this trade that I was gonna have on the that I had on the Nasdaq today. When the 30-minute candle came down, when the 8:30 candle came down, I was at, sorry, it was right here. I was at a job. The 9:30 candle came down. I was gonna have a buy stop right here and a TP at 100 pips. And look at what happened, bro. I lost service. My phone fucking froze. And the chart disappeared on TradingView. It lost connection. And by the time that I went back, and look at this. This happened in 1 minute. 250 pips. So I had an entry here, buy stop, with a TP at 100 pips. So it would have went, hit my entry, hit my TP before it even loaded if I would have had everything, if I was able to set it up. That pissed me off today. That hurt my soul today, bro. That hurt my soul. Where I had a buy stop here and I deleted it and I said, okay, let me go walk outside because I don't have service in this house. I don't want to get activated and not be able to manage it. And then by the time that I walked outside, that still, bro, it hurts my soul that I missed such a beautiful trade. I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of this low. Actually slipped me. It actually slipped me so bad. Is this a pre-recorded video right now? Pre-recorded video. Pre-recorded video. Look, I'm gonna take one for you. I'm an AI. Trust me, I'm an AI. You're lucky I don't have donations on. I would be doing the boop boop shit for some money right now. That's beautiful, brother. It slipped me on that flip ski. I'm gonna go break even here, but I'm holding that. I hit my break even, I'm gonna hold that trade. That would have been like 13, 14 pips if it didn't slip me. But unfortunately it did. And now if we start to pull back here, this is a good area to pull back off of. Yeah, we're probably going to retest that 1 minute high. If anything, if it does pull back down and re-break that low, it's gone. My entry, since it slipped me, it might take me out before driving, which is the shitty part. But it did hit my TP and pulled back too fast. I'm not going to spam the close button for 6 pips. It's not worth it. It would be very impressive if it just dumps right now to the daily low. I took out one of my positions. And there, I took out the second one. Not bad. I knew that was gonna... If it does dump now, it's still valid. My entry should have been here. It slipped me really badly. This should have been my entry. Just so you guys could see. So if we never come back there, then I know that my entry was super good, and the only reason that we're not in this trade is because of spreads. Spreads made me get the... This is why I like futures, because of the no spreads, right? And the low spreads. But sometimes you get flipped those extra 2 or 3 pips, and for me, that's very, very important. Those 2 or 3 pips are very important. I could have put a stop loss 2 or 3 pips earlier, maybe, but you see how we rejected really, really good there and came back down? That would have still given us another opportunity to re-break that low and keep driving. But how I manage risk is what I want you guys to see. That's the most important part. But see, we're still respecting these areas here. We can still continue down and re-break the low. We just have to be very careful. If we break above these levels, we already closed back into range. So hourly is about to close anyways.
Didn't he say anything? Huh?
These cells still look good here, man. They still look good. I think we're gonna get a dump as soon as this hourly closes. This is something that I'm sample sizing. These higher time frame breaks like this, to just switch back to the higher time frame and just let the higher time frame rock. But you never know, that the 1 minute, the gold is just so strong.
On paper, everyone beats DPP, but DPP can't read.
Do you guys watch the UFC? You obviously know who DDP is. Drake is Duplessis. The meme goes, on paper, everybody beats Drake is Duplessis, but DDP can't read. That's hilarious. But DDP can't read. And he's not dumb. He's not known for being dumb. He's smart as shit.
No.
He's actually a cool dude. Yeah, no, it's just funny.
He shouldn't be beating these people. He just does.
Because what is he doing? He's fighting MMA. He's literally doing MMA. He's wrestling. He's doing everything. What the fuck are these other guys doing? A fucking glorified kickboxing match. Israel Adesanya. What is he doing? Who's he? He's not wrestling anybody, not taking anybody down. He's just doing his normal, knocking people the fuck out. Sean Strickland. What is he doing? The same thing over and over. That's why all these guys are getting whooped by someone that says, all right, we finally met somebody that's a little bit good at everything. 4 hour no bottom wick. Daily no bottom wick. 4 hour closing. We need a bottom wick here. But it looks like we've already attempted to grab one, so we don't necessarily need one, but we are closing back in range. So a couple things can happen. Excuse me. We could get a dump down, grab orders, and then a shoot up, or we can get a shoot up and then grab orders and come down. Moving on my drawings. I'm gonna take a sell here on my end. I'm hunting that hourly bottom wick, man. We're closing that for 10. We almost hit that hourly bottom wick. That was close enough. It was a late entry. It should have been at the break of this low here, but it already broke the low by the time that I saw it, so that's why I entered. It should have been an 18 pip trade. It should have been a sell stop here, but then it dropped to right here, and I market executed right here and caught the final little bit. This is where precision comes in handy. What happened here? Price never came back to my original entry that I marked up. Look at this. Price never came back to my original entry, and I would have been in there completely to the bottom of this range. That's why precision is key. Sell stops are key, not market executions. Not, for me at least. It's key to have these precise entries. Because if I do get these precise entries, by the time that my range is filled, boom, right here, my target range is filled. Even when we come back and pull up to go break even, it should never touch my break even, and price should always drive for that 20 to 30 pips. Always. And right here, because my entry was late, my break even would have gotten tapped here anyways. My entry should have been up here. I would have been 20 pips, I would have closed, right? But I would have been break even here, and it would have never came back to my entry. That's why the precision is key. I have to maybe get a bigger monitor and have these two screens on here a little small for me. I have 2 monitors, but I have 4 different sections on the monitor, so maybe it's time for me to get another monitor. I need to be able to see more. I'm having a little bit of a hard time identifying both of them, but I do think this is going to come down to the daily low and break it and give us a nice dump. That's what I was targeting the daily low. That's the thing, that I can't be confident in holding these trades if I don't have the proper entry. right? Because the proper entry here, I would have been break even. It would have never came back to my entry. The proper entry here, I would have been break even. It would have never came back to my entry, right? So I was late on two, or I wasn't late on this one. I got slipped on this one, but I was late on this entry and slipped on this one. Therefore, I needed to close the trades. I should have closed this one at 10 pips because of the slippage, which is why I made the decision to close this one at 10 pips. But whoever's in it, I know you're fucking holding. I know you're making fucking money, and I'm proud of you. That's 2 dubs, 2 break evens on the night. Let's add that to the record. Fuck! I was saying that this was where my break-even point was, but since price was only 6 pips right here for my break-even point, I closed the trade. Because if you see here, price came back up, tapped the break-even, and then came down to fill the range. My entry was supposed to be up here, but I got in late. That's why I made the decision to close here early. The way that it's coming down now, it's perfect for a retest of the break of the lows, or it's perfect for a break of the low. But the low has to break. We have to break the low, get a 1 minute pullback, and then a re-break, and I'm perfectly fine with taking entries. The hourly is about to make a low here. I have a sell stop on the daily break of the low. I think that shit's gonna plummet down. We should get a decent pop. Yeah, I'm just trading from range to range. Yeah, hourly just made a bottom wick for the previous hourly. There's 20 pips there. Are we gonna start forming support here now? Don't tell me you're gonna be that guy. No top wick. I'm not taking the rebreak. Yeah, that volume is gonna push, but I can't take it. I need that top wick. Unfortunate. Oh shit. I mean, it just came back for the top wick every time, no matter what. Even if it breaks the low, it came back for that top wick every time. $30-hour, 4-hour, 4-hour. Did it pull back? Yeah, I'm gonna have a sell stop here. Yeah, we pulled back there a little bit. Damn, is that really the wick? Does it let me go any higher? That's fine, because if we do dump, we should see a fucking dump. That slipped me once again. Looks like there's a shit ton of volume here. Such an instant pullback, huh? Yeah, lots of volume. I'm loving it. It's making you shit bricks, isn't it? You know how I know? Because I feel it too. But this is where it goes back to staying structured and disciplined to the plan. We've got out on top every single time following the plan tonight, haven't we? So the same thing will continue to happen if you continue to follow the plan. It is written. So we've respected the support here. More no top wicks. What are we going to do? Are we going to retest the daily low again? There's a lot of volume here. That's crazy. It's another rebreak of the daily low. We should see a massive push down. This thing should pop. The same way it popped upwards, we should see that pop down. Should is the key word. Not it's going to. It should, based off of my edge. Our edge, the way that we trade. You're a savage. Not only are you a savage, but I'm also closing with you for 11 ticks, 10 pips.
Yeah, you actually closed a lot lower than I did.
My futures is a little bit less of a push than you, but yeah, I'm looking at my entry on both sides, and I'm just wishing I can trade on a regulated broker and Forex.
Yeah, I feel you. If you're seeing it, you're like, come on.
Like, I don't know how much of the difference would be if because of the slippage, right? Because like when I take buy stops, I don't get entry. If you have like 4 pip spreads, you'll get entered 4 pips earlier, or if you account for it, you'll have like a 4 pips extra. I don't have those 4 pips. It'll activate me at the price, period. So if I'm taking, like, if I get exactly 15 pips on Forex, it might be 9 pips because of the spreads if it's a high spread day, or 11 pips if it's a high spread day. So depending on where it closes me and the entry on spreads, it might, you know, cause me to, instead of closing at 15, I'll close like at 9. But because these pushes are much larger here, like from the entry here to the push down here, we got 16, 17 pips. For here, I only got 11. So that extra 6 pips, if you're on a good broker with no spreads, then you're catching, instead of like a 10 pips that I got here, you're catching 15 to, you like 15 pips, an extra 50% profit per trade.
It makes a difference over time. But that's the reason why I don't. I take a broker with commission and not without commission, because.
What about Blueberry?
Sorry, I mean, I'm with Blueberry, but I'm sorry, I take a broker with spread, not with commission, because I'd rather play the trade and make my money from there than play all the positions that I take and then lose on the commission.
Yeah,
but Blueberry, because I'm a premium member with them.
Nice.
They actually, they pay me. They have an agent commission that they pay me 1-to-1 for each lot that I take, for each position, whether it's a loss or a win, doesn't matter.
So they pay you the commission of like $3 per lot or something?
Yeah, if I use a lot of 3, they'll pay me 3 for the trade. If I use 2 positions, it'll be 3 for 2 positions. It'll be 6. So imagine if I do 5 lots for 2 positions, $10 per
That's
trade.
interesting, bro.
And I do 10 trades, I get $100. I mean, they pay me instead of taking it away.
That's interesting, because now that you say that with the MAM, I wonder if Don was a premium member, and every trade, even though it was a loss, he was getting paid like $100 per lot.
He's a premium plus. guaranteed, because I know how much it takes to get into it. My account manager told me about it, and
So
yeah, he told me.
what would you say?
He told me what it
150
would
lots?
take, and
100?
guaranteed. No, it's not about the lots only. It's about how much you invest as well into it. So if you invest enough and then you trade higher lots, then you pass the certain threshold that is needed, and then you get to become premium, and then you get to become premium plus.
Well, it was
And
estimated
that's
like
the highest.
there was estimated like 5 M's in total in there, 3 to 5.
Yeah, I mean, look, there was a lot of money in there for sure. I was in there. I actually withdrew my money 3 days before the special day on August 28th or 29th.
Yeah, even
And
he had a lot of good runs, and the thing is that it's like at least for me, the way I know how he trades, and I know his track record for the last 5 years, and a lot of the times you have to get off while it's good, right? Like
yeah,
for him, might lose 50% of his account, but 50% of his account means he's still up $500,000 for the year. But for me, 50% of my account, I'm like, oh damn, I'm not up $500,000. Fuck, that's half my account. You know what I mean? But like, he flipped the way he trades. He's flipping his accounts like fucking crazy. And then yes, eventually he can blow an account, but he already flipped his account 10 times. It's okay if he blows 200K. He's like in 2020. I don't know how long you've been watching Don, but when he started trading, he had
couple of years.
he started with his 100K account. He flipped that to
Yeah.
$1 million. And then
I watched that.
he restarted with 200,000, blew 200,000, restarted with 200,000 more, flipped that to 800, and then he lost 400,000, and he still had 200,000 profit midway through the year. So even though he was up like $800,000 again, he was still up 200K at the by the beginning of the year. So he still flipped his $200,000 deposit to 400,000 by like before he started the MAM. When he finally got off.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of that, and
so you can see a lot of
that he didn't trade the way that he used to, and that's what was expected, obviously. I noticed that there was a massive amount of trades, and it's like, you know, I'm comfortable. There was a month and a half of straight wins because I got in at the beginning, like 3 days after it actually started, and I put in a little bit of change, about 20K. Then I started withdrawing here and there while he was, you know, doing very well. The lots were changing daily. I know it was a little difficult for him.
Were they changing for you daily too?
And it became really, really profitable. And I said, you know what? Let me use that. I got a few things I want to handle, take care of, blah, blah, blah. I was preparing for the move. And 3 days after that, it just exploded. And I was like, no way. I got so lucky, bro. Like, seriously. But, you know, the issue, obviously, is when you're not trading where people are watching you, you want to take more risk and then push the envelope. That's how it brings you from one level to the next. But unfortunately, when you do that with other people's money and you're not 100% ready, that I think put that stress on him.
Mm-hmm.
So when he did talk about it after that, when he came back, you know, I mean, I understood, but people have to understand. Whenever you do anything, there's always a risk. There's nothing guaranteed.
It's
the
like,
market,
yeah.
Yeah, the market can't guarantee you anything. You can read everything as best as you can, but at some point, I mean, I've read some stuff extremely well, and it went completely opposite way, and I was like, what the hell? What did I do wrong? You know? And then you start going crazy. You start panicking. You start pulling stupid trades, and bro, I've been there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, exactly. When Don said it, I was like, we've all, the way he explained it, I'm like, we've all been there, bro. We've all taken a trade, we took in a loss, and then we keep trading and we keep taking a loss, and then we just keep trading and keep taking a loss and keep trading and keep taking a loss, and we've all tilted before, you know. But and the thing is that we're just not at the multi-million-dollar account managing level, you know what I mean? And that's the thing that everybody's not seeing. Like, you're tilting, you know, a 6-figure account, I'm tilting a few fucking funded accounts or whatever, you know what I mean? Everybody's a little bit different. You know, if you lose 10K, it's not as bad as losing like millions and millions of dollars. That's what people are seeing. And I'm like, bro, this guy's at a whole different level. His tilt is going to look way different than our tilt. Our tilt to us is bad, and we look at his and we're like, holy fuck, that's bad. But then when you like zoom out and you look at the track record and you look at the millions made in the markets, you're like, oh, well, it's actually not that bad. When you look at the track record and you look at the history.
Yeah, I mean, if you also look at how people trade. They think that he's God, you know, that he doesn't make mistakes, that it just goes insanely because he went from 100K to a million. But
I mean, today
he uses it.
today he took a loss on stream, a 90 pip loss on stream.
Yeah.
It wicked him out, and then it went right back into profit. And the whole time
No, I mean, we've all been there, bro.
the chat,
We've all been there.
yeah.
But how many times do people trade and do not put the correct risk management for any type of finance? They don't do it. They get margined out right away. They're in red. Bro, I've been there many, many times. Trust me. And now I've taken a withdrawal. I've lowered the account size that I have, and I've lowered my lot size. Bro, I could take 20 to 30 pineapples if I want to, and I still did. That's the thing. I feel so much more comfortable now trading the way I am. And that's what allows me to take a lot more positions as well. So I'm winning 200 to 250, pips per day sometimes. And I'm not even trying to look at that. I just look towards the end of the day. Holy shit, where the hell am I at? And it makes me feel much more comfortable.
Yeah.
So right now in the Asian session, I'm up 97.8 pips.
Holy
I didn't even realize. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. I didn't even realize that it was that big. But I'm taking the positions outright. I'm taking some that are yours, some that are mine, and I'm just making it all, mesh and work together.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to make something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. No, it's exactly what you're saying, bro. You have to formulate your edge. You have to see the edge. It's all about. It's like no, it's not just candle patterns. It's not just market structure and EMAs and all that stuff. It's the context in which all of it is flowing together. The understanding of we're rejecting what we're doing, how price moves, and all of that together is what gives you that analysis. And everybody is a little bit different. You have a little bit an EMA here or an SMMA here. You have different levels on your screen that you're taking into account that other people aren't taking into account. So if you're like, holy shit, I see 5 of his confluences and then I see 3 more of mine. This is an A plus setup. I'm sending it. And then that's how you build an even better edge. You're like, holy shit, I wasn't looking at no top wicks or no bottom wicks before. Maybe that's why I was getting stopped out a lot. Maybe let me add these top wicks and bottom wicks to my trading analysis and see what it does. And that's how I added.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Kirby was advised earlier, and he won, and we were in stealth, and we won. So you can still have a correct position even if you're advised, and still have a correct position while you're in sales as well. And Wicks mentioned that many, many, many times. To each his own position and how they want to trade. They obviously trade when it's, Wicks trades obviously when it's outside of the range, and that's easier, but that's also what gave him 100 and how many trades in a row on stream, as a profit. That's what pushed the account from 50 to 70K in 2 months. That's not some chump change. People, make 30 to 40K on average per year. He did that in 2 months, trading 2 hours a day and taking, 4 or 5 positions a day. So it's all about timing. And if you're able to take the positions that make sense, and if you're not sure, follow the mentor and just do those, you should be profitable over time.
Hold on. Check this out.
Don't expect that. Yeah, don't expect. I mean, look, I've had losses that are very big. I don't expect to make it back the same day. I don't know. I'm going to take the same position. I'm not going to lower my loss because then it will take me years to get back to it. So,
look, check this out.
The thing.
Check this out real quick.
You can't be afraid of taking your position. You got to take it. You got to be comfortable in what you're doing. But obviously, do not overtrade. I'm not taking 100 trades a day either.
Yeah,
I used to, back in the day when I started 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to take trades. I was trading till 3 p.m., 4 p.m., bro. I was just fucking trading. I was like, and then on the power hour, I was just like, yeah, come on, let me make that money back. And I'd be going in it, and I would be closing profit, and I'd get screwed all the way back down. I was like, what the hell did I do? I was kind of going nuts. And every time you learn. It's just there's a learning curve there, but people have to understand. You're going to be like a robot. Can't mess around. I'm a massive gambler when it comes to blackjack or poker, so I understand what it is. I understand what it is when you're on fire and greed, and making your money. You gotta play every day the same way. I don't look at it, oh my god, bro. I am up right now since last Thursday, counting tonight. I am up 1,530 pips.
Shit.
Last Thursday. But I'm not looking at it. I'm like, you know what? This is tonight. All right, let's take a look at tonight. What's going on? Oh, boom. another dollar. Like, let's take a look at New. All right, boom, another dollar.
But yo, check this out. Check this out. So last time during Asian session, we made highs at 9 o'clock. And we dumped for the rest of the night for London. Right now during Asian, we just retested that hourly high. And we're starting to dump. If we start to get this 30-minute closure below this range here, I'm looking for a top wick and a push down.
Yeah, and it might sort of retrace to the daily low. It touched the daily low, it went down, faked it out, went back up again, and then so that could be really interesting for seconds.
So like we made a high during Asian and retraced it the rest of Asian and London. And we just retested that same high now. So Turpy was saying Turpy option says, well, you're gonna yap or take some buys. So I see what you're looking at, but I'm also taking into account this 30-minute. If this 30-minute closes in 5 seconds here below all of this, we just completely close below all these ranges like we just did now. But I need a top wick, right? Maybe a top wick to tap this here and then a flip bearish. Or maybe like a, something like that. Because this level here is strong over here for me. These levels here are a little strong. It looks like we're also rejecting that. So maybe I would wait for a rebreak of the low. Or maybe if we wick up really far and then rebreak that 30 low, that'll give us, how many pips here? I got 15. There's 15 there as well. Price doesn't necessarily have to do that. This was kind of like a baby closure below. It's not a full clean closure. Kind of is. Kind of. I don't know. But we're rejecting this. We gotta really break this. Cause is that a 30-minute level? Yeah, that's a 30-minute level. Yeah, this is strong. Bottom wick first. Yeah, that's what kills it. We need to have that top wick first and then that flip bearish, and then we'll know that we're coming back down to retest the daily low. We got 18 pips of range before a flip up. If anything, we can be break even. We have 18 pips is plenty of space so that if it does re-break the low and we plummet, we keep pushing down and we get that dump like we got off the highs the last time that we were at this level. When you look back here, we just dumped in one 30-minute candle. We can get that same kind of movement, so we want to be very careful. Are we coming up to re-break the highs and then plummet? Or are we going to reject? Because we didn't do any of this on our way up here. We just flew. We gapped up market open and just flew straight to the highs. Here, market open was at the highs already, and we're starting to consolidate here. It kept making new highs, but we're just consolidating here, right? It's a different kind of movement than what happened here. Can you ask Jay if he's in the Castle Club? What's the fucking Castle Club? No, bro. We're in the Weenie Hut Jr. Club. I need a top wick at least to here. On Rumble. You guys are watching Rumble? Let's get ready to rumble! Rumble is uncensored YouTube. I've been watching normal stuff on YouTube that doesn't need to be censored, so I don't need to be watching some crazy shit. I don't watch anything. My YouTube, I don't think you guys will like my YouTube feed. bunch of God stuff, comedy stuff, Trump stuff, and working out stuff. And that's it. And fighting MMA stuff as well. We flipped on the 30 after we tapped my level 2. About to have a 5-minute closure in 15 seconds. And it's closing respecting. That flip. Was it? How many pips did that flip give us? 5 pips only. Our 5 closed bearish. Can we get a top wick? I'm not liking this dump without a top wick. Give me the top wick, you puss. If you give me the top wick, I'll be able to set that sell stop. Ooh, we just dumped down. Ooh, what the fuck? We have volume. Alright, I'm gonna have a sell stop if it does re-break. Oh, I'll take it off my watch list. It's got a dump though. Is 30 gonna make a steeper top wick? Looks like it is. Delete sell stops. Yeah, the lower time frame is ass and it's not giving us our entry type, but the higher time frame is still driving in the direction that we're analyzing. And you see how annoying as fuck that is, right? How we had our sells here. We got out in profit. We also had our sales entries from up here and up here. And because the lower time frame price action is so shitty, we weren't able to capitalize on this big move. And that's where the swing traders really have a good time. And they don't have an issue because they don't look at the lower time frame after they're already in a position to manage. They look at levels to be tapped. So if price comes back and stops them out, they're stopped out. But because I'm a scalper, I manage actively in the trade. You know what I know about female nature? Is that they're all the fucking same. You listen to Jordan Peterson and he's like, oh, you know, men's problem is that they're not listening and to women about this, this, and this, and he's explaining exactly how my girlfriend is, and he's like, oh, I bet you she does this, this, and this, doesn't she? And I bet you she explains things like this, this, and 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 I'm like, bro, how the fuck do you know? And he's like, because, and he's like, how, and you're asking yourself, how do I know? And I'm like, bro, what are you reading my mind? And he's like, it's, and then he explains how you have to maneuver through those situations. And you're like, look, I know you want to fix things. I know you have the solution, but just wait. She'll talk herself into the solution and you won't even have to say a word. Let them keep talking. Just be a good ear and you won't even have to waste your time coming up with a solution and then having to argue when she doesn't want to hear it because she'll talk herself into the solution. You just let them talk, and then little by little you'll see the dots start to connect, and little by little she'll start to understand, oh, this is what I need to fucking do. And when you know that, bro, then you save yourself an argument on that end. And then if you know the nature of women, you're saving yourself arguments on all different ends. So then when you really do have an argument, it might be about something serious that needs to be talked about. But all those little petty arguments that build up resentment and make people angry and all that shit, you don't have that if you understand women. You don't even have to understand them fully, just understand basic women nature. And women need to do the same thing about men and understand how men are. And if they can do the same, then literally life would be so easy. Imagine you don't have to argue about fucking bullshit. Yeah, not many guys think like us either. Yeah. Like I know dudes that had babies young, which is what I was talking about options. And I'm telling them, listen, don't pay child support. Take your kid 50-50. It's cheaper to pay daycare. With your income, you get government assistance, so you'll get the government daycare. It's cheaper for you to pay that and see your kid more often than for you to pay your baby mama $800 or $900 a month for child support, bro. And he's like, no, but it's basically like paying a babysitter because now I only have to take him on the weekends and it's every other weekend and I get to go party and have more me time and get to grow my business. I'm like, what business, bro? You don't have a business. You don't have anything, dog. You should be focused on hanging out with your kid, seeing them more often, and saving a rack a month. No, bro. It's easy. You ask for 50-50 custody. Whoever makes the most money gets the decision. And he makes more money than her, so obviously he gets to decide. If he wants the child 50-50, the government can't say no. And that's how you get out of child support. You take 50-50 custody of the child, and you don't have to pay child support. You only pay when the mother takes the kid more than you do. It's like, oh, but... just excuses, bro. Oh, so you want to go to Orlando and go to party and you want to do this and that, but yeah, most men have been feminized. That's correct. And it's like, okay, so you want to dress pretty and have money to go to nice places and post on Instagram, but you could have your kid and see them more often. I don't get it. That's kind of what deterred me from having a kid so young. I'm like, I have the same selfish mentality. I can't have that kind of mentality. Look at this 15-minute tiny top wick. Came up, created a top wick first, came down. Once we start re-breaking those lows, that looks good. But the 5-minute is just being a bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna have a sell stop on the break of that low. This volume is pushing heavy. That's the 15-minute flip bearish. We should get a push down. A decent push down to the lows at least. Gives us 12 pips. That's rejecting that area very strongly. The thing is that most women don't want to be married to someone who's going to be paying 50-50. They want to live the married fantasy. You see what I'm saying? They want to live the big ring, big house, pampered lifestyle. That's the stuff that they want. They don't want to get married to have to work 40, 50, 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Futures has taken quite a bit of time to dump. We're literally already in profit, already going break even on XAU, and no futures it's not. That's so lame. Let's get a dump here. Let's let the higher time frame take. Let's let the higher time frame do its job. With that being said, we're gonna spark a Ruski. Are you hot? How's your guys' night? I know you're up very much. You're doing very well tonight, my brother. How's everybody else doing? One W? Nice. Futures is actually being suspect. On futures, this trade is very ugly. I've been getting slipped all night tonight. We closed below the range again. We're just expecting a minor pullback here before a continuation down. This is looking clean. I'd prefer if it just dumps now hard so that I can hit my TP and I can enjoy this blunt in peace. Yep, 100% Jay. Facts. Yeah, if you guys were on gold on XAU, that trade played out so cleanly for you. It didn't even drive one pip for me. It literally gave you the full range, and it gave me nothing. Yeah, bro, you're better off being single right now. Figuring out who you are, getting your shit together, having at least a set plan set forth for the future. A set structured plan for the future. You have this year is what I'm accomplishing this. This year I'm accomplishing this. This year I'm doing this. Then you can worry about women. I mean, these are probably the buys that options was looking for. Possibly. I don't like how this is driving up. We've consolidated and we've decided to break out after respecting these levels here. Might have been a fake out. It drove well on futures, on Forex. The trade played out on Forex. It didn't play out on futures. That lines up with the 100 SMA on the 5-minute. I'll take a pineapple here. We've respected here very cleanly, but on futures we haven't. Let's see if we can get a dump down to the bottom of the range. I can get out break even. Okay. For the scat pack or whatever the fuck.
I got a haircut.
That's dope.
Yeah.
He buys them cash though. I don't know if you have 80,000 to buy a car cash.
I would.
Well, that's the thing, that if you just put your money in an index fund, the index funds have returned 24% for the last like 4 years. So if you would have put your money in an index fund, you would have doubled your money in the last 3 years. And then you could have bought a Lambo cash. But you would have had to drive a beater for 3 years. That's the sacrifice.
You're supposed to buy the XAU 6.
I'll meet him next year. I had to get married first.
You gotta get married this year, dude.
If you would like to have just bought gold at 1984 full port December 22, you would have been good. Listen, bro, I'm about to block you.
He said full port.
I'm just saying that the market is returning so good right now that 100K in the stock market would do very well. The hourly still closing bearish. We're gonna need a bottom wick on that hourly before continuing up. So let's hope that price hovers here and that hourly bottom wick will help us get out. Javier, give me an analysis. Tell me that I'm gonna be winning right now. Tell me that it's gonna dump. Tell me we got room. That's the thing with the clubhouse, bro. Even if someone doesn't make it in trading in the clubhouse, we will change your views on life, and you will use these skills to do other things in life and be good at other things in life. Marcos is a good example. Pivoting from DVS to his own business. That's completely different from trading. But using the social media platform to get a jumping start, getting all the tools that he learned in the risk management and analysis is that techniques that he learned and implementing that into a real life business and analyzing his business analytics and risk managing his business. If it does close below, we're expecting more drawdown for a top wick before a push down. It would have to be like that. So if it doesn't give us profit now within the last 4 minutes and we still end up closing below the most recent range, we're most likely going to see a top wick before a continuation down. So there might be a third pineapple with a stop loss on that hourly top wick. Chris, you're lucky you're a mod. I would have blocked your ass.
Please, I'll block him right now.
You can't.
I'm a mod, bro. I can't block another mod. We shall try.
Pineapple Donvo all over again. Yes, sir. Donvo is my mentor. Wix9 is my mentor. We are traders that have broken off from our mentors. Want to know something?
So what happens when I press block? Huh?
These guns almost shot your ass. Be careful, bro. Huh? What?
What happens when I press block?
No, don't do that. What's his name? Patrick Wieland. He actually blocked me. Sadly. Because I talk a lot of shit. He was talking about a female trader and she called a crypto entry and the crypto entry went like $40,000 in drawdown and crypto dumped the next day. And he was like kind of making fun of that, and I'm like, and then I responded, I'm like, wow, you've never lost a trade in your life. Why are you making fun of a trader that lost the trade? And then he said something, and then I didn't get to respond, and he blocked me. Yeah, if it is gonna continue up, I would expect a decent bottom wick, and I'm 8 pips away from break even, so that bottom wick should be at least 10-15 pips, maybe 20 pips. So let's see what the beat is. Hourly just closed. What's the beat here? Oh no, it didn't close. That was the 1 minute. Yeah, we're still respecting these levels here. But it's still looking decent. You're at 15. So because we closed bearish like this, the 15 is doji. We should see a top wick and then a flip bearish down. So it still looks decent. Doesn't look bad still. Worst case, it pushes down now and we go into profit, but everything is still closing bearish. It's looking straight. Hey, you never know. It could be one of those hourly opens where the hourly just goes straight up like it did here and never comes back for that bottom wick. What? What's that for?
See? Really? Because you're contracting abs,
Wrong way, buddy.
shoulders, legs, everything. You contract a full body. Yeah, that's what it says, full body. Total body.
What are you talking about? This is the 4-hour high. I'm gonna take one more entry here. Not looking to hold too steep here. If we do see price start to form higher highs and higher lows, then I'm just gonna manually close. We need to get that dump down for the hourly bottom wick. Oh shit. It just blocked my screen. Oh. I can't even see here. Yeah. Damn, I gotta have the Zoom chat open. My bad, I'm not even looking at it. Beam, 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 beam. Need a bottom wick here on this futures 4-hour and on this hourly. Yeah, gold is super bullish and shorting it at the daily low after the rebreak, but I see the setup, so I'm gonna take the setup. This is one of those trades that could be a pineapple loss or it could be a pineapple into profit. Damn, buys were looking good. You should have told me, big dog. Right here. What do you mean? On here? It would be.
No, I mean I'm staying on. I'm done for the night, but I'm chilling with you just to see you get that VE or the win. So I'm just wondering on future, what is your VE? Is it 29.56? Is that what it is?
No, that's where my entry is.
Oh, so what would be the actual level exactly for futures?
That level. It merged all my orders into this level.
Yeah, I don't understand futures, so I'm wondering
So
where would it need to come down for you to be at VE? Is where that level is on that red line?
Yep. So right now,
okay, that's what it is.
So right now I am 6 contracts in at 18 ticks in negative.
Okay, I don't understand what that means.
So multiply. I take 2 entries per, so multiply that by 3.
To give me what?
How many pips total drawdown I'm in?
Oh. Okay. Okay. I mean, 5 closed no top width, and that's why Fuji was looking at possible buys, but it closed no top width. So buys might not be interesting, but we had a strong level there at 29.30 on Forex.
Yeah, we need a pullback for it to start to create structure on the way up. So we're starting to hit some strong levels of resistance. So a pullback would pull me back to like right here, maybe to these levels, to the highs on the 1 minute there, and then over here, that'll probably come down to like here. So maybe I can close at like 6 pips negative across 3 positions. So that'll be like 12.
That could be in that case. Yeah. That would be a B case. But
So now it's starting to form structure on its way up here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying as well. The 5 flip a couple of times, and I mean, it looks like it might be pushing from the daily low and using that as a support to push back up. Want you to get the hell out of the B, man. Come on, blow on it downwards.
It's all good, bro.
Stick with you guys for a little bit longer.
We've been here before. We'll be here again. It's just one of those.
Yeah.
And you saw, you went through it. You came back. We all come back. And this is just one account. So I'm waiting for better discounts. Apex needs to bring these $15 accounts again. I'm not trying to spend $40 on an account. They can suck it. I know they're waiting. I know they're gonna come out with these $15 accounts. And it's just so simple, bro. 15 bucks, you buy 3-4 accounts, you pass them in 6-7 trades, risking half the account per trade. You just got to make sure you're on a win streak. If you fail one, you pop to the next. If you fail, you go to the next. Eventually you're going to hit that streak, you'll pass the account, and you spend like 30 bucks on one account versus on 5 tries for one account, and then you activate it for 85 bucks. So in total you spend 120 bucks, 150 bucks on a 50k account, or a 150k account, depending on which ones they make cheap. Options, if you were in those buys, that was looking good. When you said we were yapping or buying, it was up here, bro, and I took those sells to the lows. Damn, I've drank 3 water bottles. That's wild.
No.
Dump, 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 dump. It's working. You're a savage.
What time do you want me to be there tomorrow?
What's it called? I said, are we buying or yapping? Unfortunately, I'm a yapparoosker, brother. The higher time frame was pointing bearish. And the volume that just comes out of nowhere is crazy. Out of nowhere. It's just in the wrong direction. Yeah, the long setup was on the 1 minute. It's so, you have to have some balls, my brother, to take a long setup on the 1 minute when everything else is telling you bearish. And it fucking worked out for you, bro. And it put me in drawdown, making me take some pineapples. That's some good shit. That's the one, that's like, that's where probability comes into play, right? And that's what, yeah, that's where your edge comes into play, bro. If you can hit that, bro, and you hit that shit, bro, that's beautiful, dog. I'm not looking for a break even on this trade, to be honest. I'm looking for that hourly to break the low and for it to give me an hourly bottom wick. This needs to dump 20 pips. All I need is 20 pips of volume, and that's it. This 15 is about to close in a minute. If we close bullish on this 15 on that bottom wick, I'll likely look for a closure. Not convinced on bulls. Hey, bro, let's hope the markets hear you and they dump 30 pips for me real quick. No bottom wick on most of the time frames, so it should be doable to get back in profit instead of in B. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That we should be able to... Literally, the markets should have a diarrhea candle, is what I'm gonna call it. It should just fart straight down, giving us that bottom wick. Similarly to what happened here after this hourly drove, we had this happen, and then we just dumped straight down. We should get something similar happening here. So we just had a 15-minute. Everything is is this doable? The smaller time frame is saying something different. This is a top wick first. Let's see what happens here. Could very well be a loss. That's looking like another bullish flag setup. But with these no bottom wicks, man, so sketchy. This is just structure, right? Just because we don't have wicks doesn't necessarily mean the market's gonna come down for the wicks. If it just keeps creating structure, right? So I'm gonna stay patient here. We might need to create another high before coming down again. You can use this as a stop loss here. The next high would be this one, and if it fails to come here, we would need another 35 pips. What's the stream record? 34 and 6 with 20 BEs? That's pretty good. Oh shit, we about to hit a level of resistance. Eddie has a little cup under his desk like the guys at the hot dog stand. You know what I have under my desk right now? Alright, dog. Come on. Blow. Get this down. Get the market to come down for us. Go. Damn, you have spiky shit all over your hair, my boy. Are the dogs barking? Yeah, look at this spiky thing in here. I think it's mats. Dump. Dump, 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 dump. Dump, 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 dump. Dump, 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 dump. Hey. Are you my good luck charm, brother? If I lose, you're not getting any dinner tonight. You heard that, Gold? Your dinner depends on Gold. Yo, give me a light leg workout. A light leg workout? I'm not gonna give you a light nothing. I'm gonna give you a hard leg workout.
But you don't know.
First things first.
Squat.
You're gonna start off in the sauna, and you're gonna go into the sauna, and you're gonna warm up your knees. You're gonna come out of the sauna warmed up, so you can go straight to some good weight. You're gonna warm up your knees, get them to stop cracking in the sauna. Go in the sauna, stretch the knees out, give them a little massage. Maybe bring a little massage gun and get them knees good. Your knees have to be warmed up. If not, your whole leg workout is gonna feel like ass and like trash.
Yep, you also want to stretch your hips.
So in the process of you stretching your knees out, you'll be doing that. So then you go straight to the squat rack and you squat. Look at this thing being so gay. And then you go squat. 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 And once you're done squatting, you should be dead. So then you go home. Now, but first of all, you pick your 3 favorite leg workouts and you spam those 3 favorite leg workouts twice a week, every week. If you don't like squats and they hurt you, then you don't do them.
You don't do them right.
Then who cares? If you don't want to learn how to do them right, then you do other workouts. If you do other workouts hard enough, you'll get like 80% of the same gains. And that's all that you need. You just got to work out longer. Full sweat sauna first? No, not full sweat. You don't want to be sweating dicks. You can have a sweat, but you don't want to be like really sweating. So in order for this to come down again on here, it has to come all the way up to these levels here, which would be all the way to these levels here. So on XAU, it doesn't look like it's going to come down for that. So I think I might be manually closing this trade. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a third pineapple here on futures, and I'm going to have my stop loss set here. Now you don't, you can full sweat before, but you're gonna dehydrate yourself, and you want your body to hold all as much water as possible. Hey, it sucks that it's the second time and you're coming in on the loss, or possible loss here at the end of the night, and some drawdown, but we took a loss the last week and we made it all back, and we were up like 50 pips on top of that. 30 pips on top of that, something like that. That's pretty decent. So that's what, 30, what's the win rate? 34 plus 6. %85 win rate. It needs to be higher. I need to be at 100%. I need to have, they need to do some studies on me when I get to that 100%. Just wait on it. Nice. Yeah, bro. Usually when you're learning the way that I trade and how I manage my trades, if you catch a couple of early W's, it's best to sit out if I'm still taking a bunch of trades, and then you can just watch. And then see, okay, cool, this is how he manages, this is how he does this is how he does that, and then it'll be very helpful. You don't want to not understand how I trade and then take a loss with one of my signals or something, or not, I'm not selling signals, but the way by taking one of my entries, and then you take a loss and you're like, oh fuck, and then you're like, because it sucks when you're watching somebody stream and you copy one of their trades and then you take a loss and you're like, oh man, why did I do that? And you get that feeling, that dreadful feeling inside. I don't want anybody to feel that. That feeling inside is so hurtful. So take everything with a grain of salt and just pay attention and just watch. And if you see something you're like, oh shit, I like this analysis, I like this, I like that, then you can take your own trades. Sells don't look so bad here. Let the markets hear you, Habibi. Yo. Vete y compra un Dutch. Pues, dame uno.
I know this is stupid, but we have snacks.
You can make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh,
So you're probably gonna get the very last of the peanut butter, so you're a lucky motherfucker. Let's bring the Dutch first. You know what's funny? Talking about, oh, mañana compro más. You know what's funny about your taking your own trades? That they're my trades and nobody else's. When Don stopped streaming, a lot of people were forced to apply everything they learned. What? Oh. They were forced to apply everything they learned. Yes, bro. I promise you, him stopping streaming made me so much of a better trader, because then I was in the clubhouse with Wix. And then Wix started streaming, left Asian and started streaming New York. So I couldn't really pay attention to Asian anymore. And I had my own time during Asian. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I can't watch Don in the morning and Wix at night anymore. And I can't watch Wix in the morning anymore as much as as before, because I'm working and I'm taking my own trades. So I would like kind of listen into Don and then really watch Wix. And then now I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to sit there and start taking my own trades. In every Asian session, I would sit there and start taking my own trades. And then Market Mechanic got on and he started streaming, and we started learning about streaming and on all of this other stuff. And I'm like, I think it'd be pretty fucking cool to continue streaming and have my track record every single day on YouTube continuously for years. And then not only do I have a track record on my journal, I can look back at my trades and I can actually see what's going on. From the BS, bro, from the voice chat to the Discord to the streaming. Yeah, bro, it's the progression is insane. And it just the knowledge, bro. The knowledge that we gained from being in the clubhouse and from remaining in the clubhouse. When everybody takes big losses and we blow accounts and we go in there and we say, hey, look, I blew an account this week. I blew this funded account this week. I blew it because I did this. I blew it because I did that. I blew it because of this, and that. This happened. And then you know, we talk to each other and we're like, oh shit, I experienced the same thing. What did you do to overcome that? Oh, this is what I did. I lowered my lot size. I started waiting for this. I started having a more strategic whatever. You know what I mean? But it was worth it. We need a dump here, man. This shit just needs to dump. If it is gonna reverse, it's gonna reverse here. Laptop crash? Damn, G. Hold until NY session. 5-minute no topic, but 30-minute closing now. Let's see what it do. I told my cousin to bring the papers to roll a joint instead of going to go get your snacks first, and this motherfucker went to go eat first. How'd I know? How'd I know? Look at that beautiful dump there. It just needs to keep going. That's all you need to do, my boy. All you need to do is keep going. All you need to do is keep going. Keep going. Where's my dog? He was making it work. I need him back. Yeah, bro, the plan is to get out break even. But it would be dope if we get a dump. So we just had that 30-minute closure. If this 30-minute comes up to re-break this 30-minute high, it's gone to fly out of here. But it needs a bottom wick, right? So where is the nearest bottom wick that it can make? It'd probably be at these 30-minute lows, creating that low for the previous 30-minute. So before going up, we should see a dump down, putting us in profit. Yeah, we should see a dump. I should see a dump here on the next candle. Features is so behind. I closed here at 4 pips. Yep. And I'm gonna roll another J to celebrate. I'm gonna roll another J to celebrate. I don't give a fuck if it dumps. I don't give a fuck if it dumps. I'm gonna roll another J to celebrate. Let's fucking get it, dog. But yeah, with that being said, gang, I'm gonna end the stream there. Beautiful fucking day. Beautiful fucking day. I'm glad every one of you stuck around. On gold, we saw today that I would have got out in profit on every single fucking trade, but these wicks, bro, it literally dumped, giving me the exact profit that I needed, and it didn't do it here. Whatever. That's all I'm gonna say tonight. I'm gonna roll another J. I'm gonna eat a snack and have a wonderful night, everybody. I can't play any more of those outro songs because it literally copyrights the fuck out of my video. But GG's, everybody. Take it easy. Subscribe. Press the like button. I don't sell shit. So if anybody DMs you saying, yo, I'm gonna flip your money, I don't even flip my own money. So tell them to hit me up if they're trying to flip some fucking money. So if the fake Eddie hits you up, tell them to hit the real Eddie up. Have a wonderful night, everybody. If this shit flips bullish and starts flying, that's amazing price action. But you know what? It slipped me 1 pip in profit instead of minus 4 pips. So it made up for all the commission for those 8 contracts. So I didn't lose any profits tonight. Have a wonderful night, everybody.